We know that we need to expand, which means we need to multiply the term in front of the bracket by the terms inside the bracket. But we're multiplying fractions. When we multiply fractions, whenever we have a mixed number, we need to turn it into an improper fraction, because that way we can multiply the numerator times the numerator and then the denominator times the denominator. So let's just rewrite this with improper fractions. That should be your first step. Rewrite all your terms so that they are improper fractions instead of mixed numbers. That way it'll be easier to multiply. Okay, so what's 2 1/3 as an improper fraction? Thank you. 7 over 3a, okay? And we got that because we did 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. Minus, what's 2 1/2 as an improper fraction? 5 over 2, good. Second bracket, good. 11 over 5a plus, what's 3 2/3 as an improper fraction? 3 times 3 is 9, plus 2 is 11 over 3. Okay, now we can do the same thing we've been doing. We distribute, we multiply the term outside the bracket, multiply it by every term inside the bracket. So how would I multiply 3/5 times 7 over 3? What do we do to multiply fractions? I just said it. 3 times 7, good. Numerator times numerator. 3 times 7 is over. Denominator times denominator. 5 times 3 is 15a. First step. Okay, now we have to do the same thing. 3/5, 3 over 5. Now we need to multiply that by negative 5 over 2. What's 3 times negative 5? Yes. Negative 15. 5 times 2? 10. Good. Negative 1 over 2. Don't forget the negative. Times 11 over 5a. What's negative 1 times positive 11? Negative 11 over 2 times 5 is 10a. Okay, so let me put that closer. And then we have negative 1 over 2 times positive 11 over 3. Negative 11 over 2 times 3, 6. Okay, so we've expanded this. We have to put our like terms together. So let's start with the first one. 21 over 15a. Are there any other terms that just have an a with it? Variable a, yes? Positive or negative? Negative, okay? So we're going to put these together. We're going to take 21 over 15a and subtract negative 11 over 10a. And then we have negative 15 over 10 and negative 11 over 6. These are like terms because there's no variables with them. Okay? Now, we need to subtract this and then subtract that. What do you notice is wrong with these fractions? What's the problem right now? Why can't we just subtract that?
They have different denominators.
They have different denominators. So now we have an additional step. We have to find lowest common denominators for this one, because that's the only thing that's being added together, and then the lowest common denominator for these two terms. Okay, I can only add my a terms together, my variable terms, and then I can add my constant terms, the terms with just the numbers. So we need to find a common denominator of 15 and 10. Lowest common denominator of 15 and 10 would be 30, which means I have to do 15 times what to get 30? And if I multiply the denominator by 2, I have to multiply the numerator by 2. 10 times what is 30? So I need to multiply the numerator by 3. Okay, let's rewrite that. What's 21 times 2? 42 over 30a minus 11 times 3? 33 over 30a. Good. Now for the second part, what's a common denominator of 10 and 6? Yep. 30 again, okay. So 10 times 3, multiply this by 3, and 6 times 5 gives me 30, multiply the numerator by 5. So I have minus, what's 15 times 3? 45 over 30 minus 55 over 30. Now, can I simplify this? What's 42 over 30a minus 33 over 30a? 42 take away 33 is 9. So 9 over 30a. Good. What is negative 45 take away 55? Good. Negative 100 over 30. Is this simplified? It's simplified, but is it in lowest terms? So I want you guys to rewrite it in lowest terms and tell me what you got as your answer. Okay, 9 over 30 can be rewritten as 3 over 10a. And what about negative 100 over 30? Negative 3 1/3.